I just completed the craziest challenge that I could have possibly ever did right now. I stopped listening to music for 30 days, and today was the last day of that challenge, right? And it's been crazy, bro, but let me walk y'all through the whole thought process and how I got from here to there, right? Or from there to here, whatever. Anyways, listen. So if y'all haven't been following me, I kind of decided to not swear anymore, right? So I don't swear. I've been swear free for like 2 months. Now, my lady was like, "Hey, since you stopped cussing, why do you listen to music that has, vulgar language?" And I was like, "Oh, well, right?" I try to like make up some like BS excuse, but she had a point. So that same day, I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna cut hip hop music out of my not vocabulary, but out of my rotation of things that I just do, right?" And oh my dude, is a lot of things happen. A lot of questions started to, like, what I'm saying, form, and I'm gonna walk y'all through them, right? So the very first thing, right? Let me ask y'all a deep question. Let me ask y'all a question, right? Okay, cool. How many songs do y'all know? Right? How many songs do y'all think that you know? Like, and then how many songs do y'all think that y'all know by heart? Right? Answer those two questions. I'll give you a second. Okay, cool, right? Now, imagine those songs playing at the exact same time. That was like the first 2 weeks of me going through the no hip hop challenge. Bro, it was insane. Like, I literally heard every single song that I knew, even songs that I never thought that I would even like remember a lyric, a bar, a cadence, nothing. I remembered everything. Like, now, and it's crazy because it's like, what is like the least listened to hip hop song that I have probably ever listened to? It's probably been like one of like, oh, well, no, it's probably been like it was a song. I forget like the name of it. It don't like really matter. Anyways, even that song I remembered, right? And the thing is, once I started to like kind of like dwell and like really like look into like, okay, what is this trying to teach me? Like, what does this represent, right? And is this, and I wrote this actual thing down, right? So the first question was, what did the earworms teach me, right? The earworms taught me the power of music, rhythm, and vibration, right? Because how is it that I can remember songs that I've really ever listened to? That was crazy. Like, it's literally insane, right? That my brain could recall catchy parts of songs. And that's the thing about it too. Like, if no it like the catchy part of a song, right, literally sticks in like into your brain. And that might sound like an overstatement, but dude, that is the truth. Like, and you don't know how scary that is until every catchy song that you've heard starts playing in your mind. It's actually insane, right? And the second question is like, well, no, actually, here's the thing, right? Before I even get into that, the thing about it is, what artist did I actually kind of like make out of all the noise, right? The thing is, the artist that I heard, right, is was Lil Uzi Vert. Now I'm gonna get back to him later, like to him later though. But just for right now, it was Uzi. But right now, here's the other thing about earworms, like, right, is when you give up music, right? When you give up music, like when you actually give up music, your brain creates the music. So you might stop listening, but your brain don't stop. Like, I swear, like, it's crazy. And I know that I just said the whole like the whole earworm thing, but like, no, like your brain will literally like make up songs. There was a song that I've never heard that my brain is like made up. Like I'm talking like full chorus, like hooks, bar, and I'm like, yo, what is this? Like, I swear to God, like whatever, like your brain will literally search for it, and if you don't give it, it will literally just like right. So it's like, okay, okay, like that's crazy. Now the second question is, right, what did you need the music for in the first place? And that's a very deep question, right? Because it's like, okay, well, why did I listen to hip hop in the first place? And really, it was because like I was exposed to it, right? It was like a natural thing. It was like, breathing, right? And it's kind of one of those things where since your environment does it, you do it, right? And what's really crazy, right, is what's actually crazy is like it started off as an environment thing. But then it became a way for me to like experience different people. It's like, okay, you know how if you watch any like self-improvement like YouTuber, they say, hey, if you read books, that's how you experience different people's lives and everything, right? It's the same thing with music too. If you listen to other artists, you can experience what they kind of experience. It's a cheaper version. It's a dollar store-esque version, but that's kind of how it is. And that's kind of how it was, because the artists that I was listening to, from all the way from Nas to Biggie to Tupac to Uzi and everybody else, I was doing what they were doing. It felt like I was a part of something bigger than what I was, because essentially I'm just uh I'm just a guy from a city, and that's it. Like, right. So it's just like, that's my backstory. So their backstory became my backstory almost. Right. I kind of, in a way, I vicariously live through them. Right. That's kind of how it is. Right. So, which brings me back to Uzi, right? Why did I keep hearing Uzi, right? Because here's another thing that I actually learned, right? Are you ready for this? You don't know who your favorite artist actually is until you do this challenge. That's crazy. Let me say it again. You don't know who your favorite artist actually is until you do the No Music Challenge for 30 days. Why am I saying this? Right? Because now, mind you, my favorite artist is Nas. That's my favorite artist of all time. Ain't nobody better than him. All of that. That's what I believed. That's what I still believe. But Uzi, right? Okay, cool. What makes him so special? Here's the thing. Uzi, like when I was changing from teenager to adult, right? When I went from high school to adult life, okay, um, he was the artist that I listened to during the actual transitioning stages of my life. Like, he was that artist for me. Love is Rage 2 for me is filled with a bunch of high school memories, a bunch of leaving high school memories, all of that, right? And it's fun, and it's really funny. It's really funny because I'm in another change journey now, and my brain is playing Uzi. So it's like, okay, so then Uzi must, for me, he represents change. Therefore, my brain likes him the best. Therefore, he must be my real favorite artist. That's actually insane, right? And it's crazy. It's really something to like think about. Like, just think about, like, who is your favorite artist? Drop it down in the comments. But who is your favorite artist? Who do you like? Who do you have the most listen hours spent in? right? Because it might be Uzi, it might be Nas, it might be anybody. But who is your favorite artist? Because once you do this challenge, you're gonna definitely find out, and you might get heartbroken. You might get heartbroken, right? Okay, cool. Now, before I continue with the rest of what I have to say, there was a couple comments and concerns that I got that I kind of really didn't like, for real, for real. Like, for example, like the most common comment that I actually really got was, or the most common comment that I actually really got was, "Oh, bro, I can't give up music, bro." Right? And it's just like, okay, like you can do it. You don't want to do it though. You can do it. You don't want to do it. So that's fine if you don't want to do it. But I mean, it's not supposed to be easy. But that just shows me how much music really does latch onto people, right? Because think yo, think about me, right? What's my backstory in music, right? I came from a family who really valued hip hop music. My dad, I would call him a hip hop historian because he's been around since the genre's founding, and he still to this day shows me new things in the genre that I did not know, right? So there's also that aspect of it too. So I consider myself to be a hip hop student where I used to research and really dig deep into, saying all of this, right? And that's the thing. It's just like what I'm saying? So I can understand why people latch on to music the way that they actually do because I did. However, it's like, okay, you can give it up. I mean, I did it, so whatever, right? The second thing that I got was when I told my cousin, right? And this is no shot at him at all. Like he's a great guy, great dude, right? He was just like, yeah, but hip hop is a part of our actual culture, right? And a part of me really wanted to say, like, okay, I understand what you're saying. Hip hop is a culture. It is our culture. But is it the right, like, is hip hop the right culture for me? Is hip hop the right culture for me? Right? Because it's like, what does hip hop really represent? Right? What now it represents, like what it represented in the past was great. Nowadays, not so much. And actually that kind of is question number two that I came up with. So after the earworm thing kind of slowly died down and everything, right? Once everything kind of became calm, it was a series of questions like, hey, do I still want to listen to hip hop music? Do I still want to listen to music in general? Right? Where do I stand with music? Because you start to question, like, okay, what's going on? Like, why? Like, cause you really do feel like you don't feel the need to put on anything, right? And it's just like, okay, well, and it's like, so where do I go from here, right? And where do I stand with like current hip hop and hip hop as a whole? Where I stand is basically I am still like I still love hip hop music to this very day. I still love it and everything. It's just where I'm headed in life, my goals don't really align with hip hop. It don't not this current hip hop. It doesn't really align, right? Um and that's kind of like the thing. Like I'm changing as a person, and unfortunately the negativity and the propaganda and the messages that are spread in hip hop, that's like I go against those in every way, and you can and I have videos detailing, right? That's like the whole point of self improvement is to literally like I'm going against everything that they talk about. Like I go against all of that. So it's just like, okay, like that's where I stand, and I had to kind of like be firm because like I had to be firm about that with myself. I had to really be like, no, know myself, you believe this. Like, not convince myself, but I had to be firm about it. Like, no, this is actually what it is. And you have to understand that although you realize this, you cannot rationalize with this. You cannot just break, bend, or fold. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna still put on a hip hop song every now and again, but it's like not every day, right? Not every day. And I'll kind of get not back to that point, but maybe something a little bit similar. But um one other thing that I learned, right, is, you ever heard the actual term like, oh, like what's your life's theme song, or like what's your life's playlist? Well, that's actually real. That's realer than you think, right? Here's the thing: when your brain is deprived of music, it kind of converts any type of accomplishment that you may have into a theme song. Like literally, like, right? Like, and this is crazy to even say on camera, but this is like actually true. So I, whenever it was payday and I would get paid, I literally heard like Money Longer, like the song from Uzi. I heard Money Longer when it was time to work. Like, my brain is like playing, like, Young Jeezy, like his first album, right? And it's like, it was crazy. I'm not lying. Listen, y'all ain't gonna feel me until y'all do this actual challenge. But it was the craziest thing. I swear to God, it was the craziest thing. And your brain will literally build you a sound, like, it will build you your own soundtrack. It's like your brain went on to Spotify, and like Bluetooth connected, and now you have Spotify just in your brain. It's free, by the way, so that is like a plus. But it does kind of get like, yo, what is this song, bro? Like, what? Like, right? Like, why? Like like why now? Like, what? Like, right? Like like, it's just kind of weird, like, but that really is the case. What else? Yo, energy and happiness. I The reason why it's so hard for me to kind of like fully jump back is because I was so happy. Like, I still am happy, but I was so happy. Like, every day I woke up, like, every day. Swear to God. And it's funny because I cannot go back to negative. Like, I can't go back to that. I don't want to subject myself to that anymore. So it's just like, yo, bro, like, this is this that feeling that I got when I woke up. I wouldn't trade that for the life of me. I wouldn't trade it. I can't trade that. Come on. It's I you just can't really trade that for like the life of anybody, right? So I'm just saying that happiness, and it really goes to show like how much of a vibration music really is, right? Because like I said, like, your brain really does like make you feel happy. Like, I felt happy. But matter of fact, no, not your brain. It was a different type of happiness. It was like it came from my soul or something. Like, I swear to God, it came from like a place that I didn't even like really know that it existed. And it's funny because I was watching one of the Avery B live streams, and I kind of put that in the comments. I was like, yo, I'm doing this challenge. And what, because he asked me like, yo, what's one thing that you learned, and I was like, well, I'll tell you this. I have had more happiness than I thought I did, right? And what I literally said, that somebody in the comments said, I'm not giving up music. I can't do it. It's like, It's like, bro, I just gave you the key to happiness, and you want, all right, whatever, right? Like, so, like, and now let me tell you like this last thing, right? This last thing is this morning, right? I'm driving to work, all of that. I'm driving to work, and I put on some Future, right? I like Future. I'm a big Future fan, whatever. And I put on some Future, and my brain, like, it's like my ears shut off, and my brain start just spiraling. It's like, yo, what is this? This is right. Like, it was like, yo, what is this? Is this actual music? What happened to like the progress? um what if you go back to being, a not a non-negative, well, not a not a negative person, but what if you go back to, being how you used to be, and like yo, bro, this is like really bad, right? So I'm having all these weird and like just like bizarre thoughts, and I'm just like, yo, i got I got to like turn this off. So I did, and the thoughts went away, right? And it's like, now mind you, I did listen to music at work, but I'm not gonna lie, it didn't hit the same. It didn't hit the same. I ain't really bop the way I like the way I used to. I ain't really, what I'm saying, I ain't really get down. Like, I just, and at that moment I realized, like, dang, it's over. Like, if you do this chant, like, listen, I'm not gonna lie, this not for everybody, right? But the one thing that you really have to understand is, if you do this challenge, you not gonna listen to music this like the same, and you probably not gonna listen to it like at all, right? And here's the thing too, right? Like, the main thing that I want you guys to take away from this, right, is that you do not need music, like, at all. As much as it is a part of the human experience, you do not need music. You never did. You needed the silence to gain the like you needed the silence to gain what you were missing, right? And that is the actual clarity, right? Now, what was I missing in that case? I was missing, like, me listening to, what I'm saying, music, right? I was missing the ability to hear myself think. Now, mind you, it's like, wait, like, don't you already like do stuff that kind of like that kind of like does that? Don't you already journal and everything? And it's like, yes, I do. But by letting go of music, I can hear my thoughts very clear, like, even more clear than I was already hearing them. And that's actually, it's like my thoughts went from 480p to like 4K. I swear to God. I swear to God. So it was just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, well, that's that's what I had to do. Really, the lesson is sacrifice. Can you sacrifice your love of music? Like, and I mean truly sacrifice your love of music to gain like more pristine clarity, to gain a deeper understanding and a deeper sense of happiness. That's the takeaway, right? Like, you really don't need music for real. And and I know that you're attached to it, but if you really want to get ahead, cut the BS out. If you really want to listen to music, listen to songs that have a clean message, right? But as far as me and music, I think it might be kind of, what I'm saying, GG's on that one. I ain't gonna lie. right? And let me tell you, I was before I end this video, because it is kind of long, but this was a great video. But before I end this video, I want to say this. I went back to how I was, right? Because before I started to like get into music, I really didn't care for it. Like as a kid, right? Things changed, and now I'm going back, and now it's just like it's like a full circle moment. Another full circle moment, like another one that I had was how I discovered Avery B was his video called "I Don't Like Listening to Hip Hop Music," right? Or no, why I don't listen to why I don't listen to hip hop music, right? And that's how I discovered him. And it's funny because 3 months later I do this challenge, and I'm just like, I'm out with it, right? That's crazy. It's crazy how that's like a full circle moment, right? And now I'm in Avery B's YouTube joint, his YouTube uh community and everything like that. And it's just crazy how that all works out, right? So, hey, I fully gave up music. I did, well, kind of, but I kind of did, like, so it's over, right? But the time that I had with music was great, and yeah, it brought me here. So hey, if you got any value or anything out of this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. This was a long one, I know, but I had to lay all my thoughts out for you guys. So with that being said, I'm out, and I will see you guys on the next video. Leave some comments down below. Come on, comment down there. I'm always open to read them. And I do reply, so leave them down there. Come on, like what you waiting on? But anyways, all right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.